Our next section is order of operations. So the whole point of this is to perform any operation inside grouping symbols such as parentheses and brackets. A fraction bar also acts as a grouping symbol. You got to simplify the powers, multiply and divide from left to right, and add and subtract from left to right. So we always do it in that order. So a way to remember that order, we use something called PEMDAS. So this means parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and then addition and subtraction. So make sure you write down the shortcut there so you know what that means. We're going to look at a few examples. So our first example says 7 plus 10 times 5 plus 10. So I'm going to write PEMDAS up here so I can check my order off as I go. Now I have an addition symbol and I have a multiplication symbol. So I've got to figure out which one, looking at PEMDAS, comes first. So M stands for multiply, so that's going to come first. So I'm going to do 10 times 5, and that's going to give me 50. And then I'm just going to bring everything else down. And then the rest is to add. Well, when we add, we're just going to add left to right. So 50 plus 7 is 57, plus 10, and that gives us 67 as our final answer. Our next example says the quantity of 6 plus 25 minus 7 divided by 6. So again, I'm going to put PEMDAS up here. So the very first thing I see, I have this set of parentheses here, so I have to start with parentheses. So I'm going to simplify in there. Now in there, to know what I'm going to simplify, I'm going to do my 6 plus 25 first. Because remember, addition and subtraction, you just go left to right based on the problem. So first we have addition, so 25 plus 6 is 31, minus 7, that's still in the parentheses, and then we got the divided by 6 part. So I still have the inside of parentheses to simplify, so I'm going to do 31 minus 7, and that's going to give me 24. And now that I did everything inside the parentheses, I can get rid of the parentheses, and we're still going to keep it divided by 6. And 24 divided by 6 gives us 4 as our final answer. Our next example is similar, except now we've got multiplication, subtraction, and parentheses. So again, we're going to look at our order here, PEMDAS. I'm going to start with the parentheses. So I'm going to do 8 minus 2. So I'm going to rewrite everything else that I'm not using. Once I do everything in the parentheses, I do not have to keep writing the parentheses. So I'm doing the 8 minus 2, so that gives me 6. So now I've simplified it a little further. Now my next two things, I have multiplication and then I have subtraction. Well, if we look at PEMDAS, multiplication comes first. So I'm going to do 7 times 7 first, and that gives you 49. Bring down the minus 6, and then simplify that. 49 minus 6 gives you 43 as your final answer. And the last example, you've got 8 minus 1 minus parentheses 18 minus 2 divided by 8. So order of operations again, PEMDAS. So we're going to do 18 minus 2 first. So 18 minus 2, because that's in parentheses. 18 minus 2 is 16. And since I did everything that's in the parentheses, I don't need to write the parentheses anymore. But I'm going to keep writing everything else down. Now if I look at what else I have, I've got division, subtraction, and subtraction. Well, according to PEMDAS, division is going to come first. So I'm going to do the 16 divided by 8 first. So I'm going to bring the 8 minus 1 minus, and then I have to do 16 divided by 8 is 2. And then I'm going to continue going left to right, so with subtraction. So I'm going to do 8 minus 1 is 7, and then minus 2 is 5. So the biggest thing with these is you have to make sure you write out PEMDAS, understand what it means, and you gotta remember that when you do multiplication and division, it's whatever comes first, left to right, and same thing with addition and subtraction, whatever comes first, left to right.